You've mentioned Noel Cuevas here, a guy that we don't talk a lot about at times.
That's what I'm
but
talking about.
if
Let's
you look
go.
first of all, if you look at the numbers, are pretty good, but just the things that he is doing back home in Puerto Rico because he has to. I mean, how aware are you of what's going on?
I'm not totally aware of everything. You might have a little bit of a head start on me on that, but I do know that he's doing some great things.
As a ball player, what did you see out of him? They made a decision to put him on the 40-man.
Who's they?
Well, the organization, I should say. We are a part of it. So, but on the 40-man, showed some power last year.
Right.
Big kid. What do you see out of him as far as positionally? What do you see out of the bench?
Well, I think that when I saw him last year, he caught my attention. Just because I saw the physical tools that he brings to the field. Can run, he can throw. He's got some bat speed. So the skill set is pretty strong from what I saw last spring. Then dug a little deeper on the guy, and our player development staff has really seen at times big league caliber play in the minor leagues. Now with him, it's a matter of putting that all together or over a period of time, gaining confidence that he can really play at the big league level, and doing it in whether it's spring training or given the opportunity to do it in a big league environment. But he's got a skill set that plays. Now it's just a matter of the real finer points of hitting big league pitching, and I think more than anything just gaining confidence and belief in who he is as a player.
But I haven't asked you yet. I asked a couple of players, what do you think of the spring caps, the one you have on your head right now? Pretty sharp, huh?
Yeah, I saw this cap in December actually. I'm not sure if it was Jill Campbell or somebody in our front office broke these out early. And I looked at them. I said, "Hey, okay." I like the representation of the Colorado State flag. I like the color scheme. So it's a good logo,
It's a good logo.
right?
Yeah, I love it.
How about you?
I think
Are you on it?
phenomenal. Yeah.
Great, yeah.
I think they're cool. I think it's the first time I saw you wearing it. I mean, I guess on the field you've been wearing
I
it.
wear it. Yeah, I wear a hat. Yeah,
Okay.
I mix it up. I mean, predominantly I go no hat in this session, but
Right.
At the end of last year, you had with Alexi, who's not here anymore, obviously, Valeka, Desmond, half the time. Basically, you had off the bench a lot of options in the infield defensively. Seems like maybe with Amari's gone, like one fewer possible bench infielder. Is there a mix that you like defensively off of the bench? Jim?
well, when we broke last year, if you remember our bench, right?
Barely.
Well, it's Lexi was the infielder. We had Stephen Cardulo, right?
Yeah.
Outfielder. We had the backup catcher, and we had who else was on the bench? I should know this on opening day, but was it Adamas? Did Adamas make the? Yeah, Adamas made the team. Yeah. So, but as you know, that's that that can be forever fluid. But I think with what Pat showed last year, we feel very comfortable with Pat being able to man all infield position, even first base. So he can go across the diamond on the infield. Desi can go, targeting first base, potentially in the outfield as well. But in a pinch, Desi can go to the infield, and we can feel good about it, right? And I think if Tony makes the team, you saw Tony play some infield too. So anyhow,
Didn't Valleca play outfield like one game last year? Or-
Yeah,
His first start.
one game. His first start was in left field
And
against
that-
a left-handed starter.
That's probably not in the cards for him.
Probably not.
Okay.
With
No.
Blake, I was talking to him this morning, he
But I
said,
think that was a function of, I think we tried to get some right-handed bats against a left-handed starter.
speaking of which, he hit lefties pretty well last season. Can he get to the point at first base where he could start some games maybe there against a tough lefty?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I mean, it's
And where does he stand defensively at that?
getting better, feeling more comfortable, taking reps pretty much every day, doing some things with Stu and Tony and Giddy as far as drills. And, you know, we gave him a heads up this winter to go get a glove. Again, the versatility that players can possess is a great advantage for them and for us, because they're, during the course of a season, so many things can happen, and you're always, looking to be ready for any scenario that might pop up. So with Pat, he's a versatile player. He's on board. He's mentally strong to handle whatever. He's a cowboy, man. He doesn't care. He'll take it on, just like playing left field. He didn't scare off.
Buddy, last year's NL West produced 3 playoff teams, as you're well aware. A lot of teams in the NL West have made some significant off-season moves too.
Yes.
Including the Padres now, with Hosmer. Do you think it's gonna be perhaps, if it's possible, even a saltier division this year than last?
I think it's a good division. I think that, you look at what the Dodgers have done over the past 5 years, especially how they've pitched, arguably the best starter in the game, arguably the best closer. It's a pretty good start on the pitching staff. They're a good team, no doubt about it. The Giants' track record the last, 8 years, very strong. Diamondbacks, over 90 wins last year with, good talent. Padres are coming. It's a really good division. And I think you've heard, analysts, baseball executives, scouts, everybody talk about the NL West as being maybe the best division in baseball. And I wouldn't disagree.
Hey, over the last couple of decades, I remember the early parts of, batting practice, pitcher batting practice. Guys used to track a lot more balls. It seems like guys jump in and they're swinging now. Has there been a change in preparation?
Well, I think no. I mean, I think you used to see more. This year's different because there's a shorter window of, day one to the first game. There's only 4 days instead of the normal 6 or 7. So I think the first couple days, you might have saw guys track pitches a little bit more. I think position players are, trying to get ready for that game on Friday. So they're swinging instead of tracking.
Yeah, they jump in.
Yeah.
Do you find anything problematic of the fact that the first game, Cactus League game, is jumping up pretty quickly this year? I can't remember a time when it came this soon.
No, you're
after
right.
full
This is
squad.
this is a different schedule based on the collective bargaining agreement. And, I think you gotta be, we were sort of proactive, especially on the pitching side, to make sure that the pitchers coming into camp were adequately prepared to, jump on the mound and be ready a little bit quicker than in years past. I mean, because the game is coming, in essence, 3, 4, 5 days sooner than normal. Usually have that many more days of practice. So you got to be, you got to be careful of what you see here. Early on that you're not, putting guys out there when they're not quite ready. But we forewarned all our players. You might see a couple veteran players maybe not start the first game or 2 or 3 until they get their legs underneath them. And then again, you might see some veteran players play on Friday. I mean, we're working through that.
The
Did you
guys
feel
are-
in the past
They
that-
reported such good shape.
Yeah, nowadays, I mean,
Did you feel
players.
in the past there was too much time between arriving and
No,
the first game?
No, I think it was No, it was put to use all that time, whether, practicing your fundamentals, practicing a lot of the, your systems of what you want to do on defense, what you want to do fundamentally, a lot of the pitching and catching stuff, so, all those days were useful. Here we have to condense a few things, but it's not, I wouldn't say problematic, no.
Anything else?
Okay.